What's up, guys? Jonathan Burr here with another edition of Road to the Platform. Today I'm just giving you a little update about the meet I did this weekend. Ironically, I had no intentions of doing a meet. I haven't been training for a meet, and I had a training partner doing the meet, and he told me, he's 54 years old, and told me, he said, this is going to be his last meet. And I've trained with him since I was 17 years old. So I decided, well, if I'm healthy and I can feel like it, I'll try to hit a squat and, just to say that I shared the platform with him for one last time. Well, with that being said, we get to the meet day, and I am totally unprepared. I packed my gym bag, but I didn't really check it, and I didn't do any of the stuff that I normally would do for a meet. And I get there, and what's missing? My knee wraps. So luckily I had a backup pair of knee wraps. Well, weigh in, do all that kind of stuff. I weighed in fully clothed, shoes on, stuff in pockets. So I ended up being in the super heavyweight class, even though I normally weigh under 308, but I was doing the meet for fun. And to understand that the meet was for a fundraiser for the Freedom for Warriors Foundation here. I'm assuming based out of Camp Lejeune. I don't exactly know which organization the money will go to as far as how it's distributed. But at the end of the day, it was going to the guys who are coming back from overseas who are wounded and injured, and I felt like it was a good place to put my money, so I entered. So we get there and we're warming up, and as a multiply lifter, if it's not a meet that has multiple multiply lifters, it's often difficult to compete in. And this one, well, I was the only multiply lifter, so it made things pretty daggone difficult. There was only one monolift, so I was forced to try to walk out all my squats in the warm-up room, which made that pretty daggone hard. Well, I never got my suit all the way up, and my opening attempt, we opened at 935. Bring it down deep as I could. We like to try to be an inch below parallel on our first attempts, just because I don't ever want to lose a first attempt. Well, I get down to the bottom, it caves my knees in, I get buried by it. And buried is an understatement. 935 caved me in, dumped me forward, and the bar went into the safety pins. First time I've ever missed a squat like that. First squat I've missed in a meet since I was 17 years old. So, pretty disheartening, pretty pissed off. They have to take a few minutes. They have to unload the bar. They have to get it back in the rack. I get back in the back room, and I'm thinking, well, what the crap? Maybe I can get this suit up a little more. Maybe I can make some adjustments. The hell with it. I send the guy that's up there helping me handle him to change my weight to 1,010. And, of course, I get the reaction of, what is he thinking? Well, I knew there was no issue with the weight, so I really didn't care. There was no doubt in my mind I was going to get it. So we changed the weight to 1,010. Get there, warm up, some more in the back, trying to get my suit all the way up. I finally get it where I feel comfortable. Come out there and get 1,010 the second go around. I passed on my third because really that just gassed me. I ended up taking off my suit and laying down in the concrete in the back and just getting some cold air. As far as the bench goes, I just took a token 135, and just for laughs, because it was pretty hysterical. The guy squats 1,000 pounds and then comes out and benches 135. I ended up benching 300, on a third attempt, just because I said, well, maybe if I can pull 7, then I'll have a 2,000 pound total. Just playing around. Well, deadlift, I just took a token 615 easy deadlift to make sure my total and everything was secure, and went straight to 700. And by this time, I'm going to be telling you guys, I was gassed. I was not prepared for this meet at all. So anyway, I pulled 7, get it just above the knees, and it swings a little bit on my right side, and I just drop it. I just didn't have the gas, and I really didn't feel like fighting it. I hate to say that, and it's pretty hard for me to admit it, but, I just pooped out and said, well, I'm done. I got what I came for. But anyway, the 1,010 squat, I think it puts me at 8 or 9. I'd have to look again on the powerlifting watch rankings, super heavyweight. It also, I think it is, be like 47th all time, no matter gear or country or class, all time in the squat. Obviously the total and the deadlift sucked. So the only thing to brag about really would be the squat. But overall, it was a fantastic day. The money went to the Warriors. There was a guy there who Apparently 9 months ago, had no use of his left arm. He was blowed up by a mortar round, and he was there actually competing that day. So a lot of impressive guys, a lot of impressive stuff. Fun meet, good time. I really enjoyed it. Training partner did a fantastic job. I think he squatted 760, 765, bench 455. Missed 485 twice, and I would have never thought that. The way his training cycle was looking, I figured he would bench into the fives. But his back was killing him. So by the time we got to the deadlift, he pulled 5.25 and then went to 565, 570, and got it and got called for up and down or hitch. I can't remember. So anyway, total 1760 something. It was a PR for him. But at 54 years old, if he's still stepping on a platform and doing those kind of things, there's nothing but much respect for guys like that. So anyway, just a quick meet update, guys. Not a whole lot of information here. I'm going to try to crank out a few videos about your questions now next. Until next time, keep training.